Hello, my loves. Welcome or welcome back to Chemistry with Kismet Tarot. I am Monica, the Kismet Chemist, and today's reading we are getting brief messages from your soul. We're doing just a one card, pick a card today. So we're going to go over the 4 piles, the stones or crystals that are on there, and I will give you some time to choose. And then we'll get into what your soul wants you to know. So with pile 1, we have a selenite crystal ball. With pile 2, we have peacock ore. With pile 3, we have a black obsidian crystal ball. And with pile 4, we have tanzanite. All right, I will give you a few seconds, about a minute or so, get some music going, look over the cards, and I will see you guys at your piles. Timestamps in the description box below. Hello, pile 1. Hello, pile. Hello, pile 1. If you chose the selenite crystal ball, this is your message. So we have the card 39 with variants, and I'm going to go ahead and move that up so you can take a good look at it. So first of all, I want to focus on the numbers. 3 and 9 reduce down to a 12, which reduces to a 3. And that gives us the Empress card. It gives us the Holy Trinity. It gives us Ascended Masters energy. It also gives us community collaboration, working together, flowing together. Now, variance talks a lot about how we are able to change our perceptions, how we're able to see our own worth and all of the different possibilities of the things that we can do. It's more so, for me, it's more so the card of flexibility than any other card. So the variance card talks about how we are these immortal souls. We are here in the world, and we are meant to really live our life to the fullest. So the message that your soul really is coming forth to talk to you about has everything to do with how much you limit yourself. when you look at the variance card, do you see the wings that are coming out up on top? Do you see that you yourself have wings, have the ability to fly, have the ability to raise yourself up and take flight and be more than what you see now? Do you see yourself as someone who is in flow with all the directions, north, south, east, west, earth, air, fire, water, all of these things? Are you in tune with these things? And do you realize that even if you look at your astrology and you're like, oh, I'm this sign or I'm that sign, you're so much more than that. You're so much more than that because you contain it all. Even if you have very minimal placements in, say, earth or fire, you still have that energy imbued within you. That means that you have the ability to ground spirit, to ground your spirit into the physical world, into this world, and say, this is where I'm at and this is what I'm doing, and not limit yourself in any way, shape, or form, because you can be all of these things. It is much the same as I can be a mother and a wife and a content creator on YouTube and an author, and I can weigh in on this issue or that issue that's going on in the world because I know that I am worthy of speaking up and speaking my truth and being these things. Do you see that in yourself? Do you limit yourself and say, I'm only this, I am only that? Because as soon as you say, I am only, you are saying, I am not worthy of this, that, or the other thing, because you're limiting yourself to this part. Now is the time for you to realize, and your soul wants you to realize, I apologize for hitting the microphone, guys. Your soul wants you to realize, and I just saw 4:44 on my clock, that this variance card is calling out to you because it is the essence of who you are. You are this divine jack in the box, jack of all trades. You can do all of these things. And it doesn't matter what the outside world has as a perception. So now is the time for you to come back home to yourself, to realign yourself with your main chakras, but also to reach out to your higher self, to reach deep within you to your soul and to say, show me how I can change. Show me all the different pieces of me. Show me what I need to see. And then sit back and allow for this divine communication and this divine understanding to come in for you, because it is ready to come in. And that is why you are here. That is why this very short message for you is here and designed for you, because it is time for you to step into the absolute incredible nature of all the things that you are, all the pieces of what makes you you. This variance is saying it's time for you to truly, fully embrace all of the different passions that you have, because they all matter just as every single part of you matters and every single part of what you do in this world matters. Pile 1, if this resonated, please go ahead and hit that like button for me. Hit the notification button as well. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And share this out with your friends and family on social media. Down in the description box below, you will find links to my books, my program, links to donate, as well as links to book a personal reading with me. That is the only way to book a personal reading, so please be mindful of that. I hope and pray that you guys find all the different pieces of you and you move forward. I want to say thank you so much to your soul for coming forward, for speaking out and speaking your truth here today. I want to say thank you to Spirit for assisting me with bringing forth these messages. And I want to say thank you one more time to you, Pile 1, for being here, because if it were not for your energy, this channel would not exist. You guys are my family, my friends, and I love you deeply. Thank you so much, and I will see you again at my next reading. Bye. Hello, pile 2. I want to start with this peacock ore. So this is a brand new stone for me. Peacock ore has been really calling out to me deeply lately. And, you know, the pieces can be really expensive, and I get into this state of like, I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold off. But sometimes you just have to allow yourself to take a leap, take a chance, take a risk. And a big part of this peacock ore is it really helps with spiritual gifts. It helps with your clairvoyance. It helps with your psychic insights and your visions, but it also helps you to meditate better. And that is something that I feel really strongly with your pile is some of you or most of you have been struggling with meditation lately. I can't get my brain to slow down. I can't get my brain to stop. I'm not suitable for meditation. And if you've been here long enough, you know that I talk about meditation a lot and about how to shift your perspective on meditation and how to kind of embrace different styles of meditation. This is helping you clear your mind. It's helping you to kind of put certain things down that are plaguing your mentality so that you can move forward and learn how to meditate in the way that is right for you, of course, but also to do so in a way that helps you feel more free, more alive, helps you let go of all of the strain and all of the stress and all of the anxiety and all of the worry that this life can bring, so that you can really get in touch with yourself. So you don't have to feel any kind of fear surrounding the things that you would see or the lessons that you would learn. So let's get a look at your card. We have the card 18 with Let Go. And this card absolutely is saying the exact same thing. And you know, here's something I've never noticed about this card. If you look close enough, I'm going to move it up. This is the sort of truth. This is the sort of truth. So how many of you have been holding on to something that you know is true, you know is something that you're meant to say, you're meant to bring forth, but you're just not saying it. You're not bringing that forth. Why aren't you speaking out your truth? Not just that, but what is the actual truth of your ability with your brain, with your gifts, with your future, with your goals, with your hopes, with your dreams? What is the actual truth? And what are the truths or the lies that you tell yourself? It's time to let go of the things that hold you back from speaking out about things that are true for you. I would like to say, or at least I apologize, I've been doing that all morning. I would like to hope, genuinely hope, that I come here with you guys and I share truths that are really hard for me to openly talk about in order to set an example for what you can do in your life. You know, they're not easy things to talk about. And things like my history with my prior marriage and being in a scary and dangerous relationship, being in a relationship that involved a lot of pain and hurt and, you know, getting hit. I don't want to use certain words that YouTube tends to flag. I've been noticing how my analytic data goes if I use certain words. But talking about that, or talking about someone who was supposed to be my friend and came in and stalked me, talking about, at the same time, talking about my family, my children, my husband, and the brighter points, all of these things, they're very personal to me. So I share those with you to show you that this is a safe space, but that you are safe within the world to speak your truth into existence. There is something that you may be holding on to, whether it's mentally, emotionally, physically, this doesn't feel like a relationship to me. This feels more like an internal battle, a belief system, or a truth that just is aching to be brought forth. It's like, I want to use a really terrible example. In Stephen King's Dreamcatcher, the aliens that come in, and I'm sorry if you haven't seen this, spoilers, but the aliens that come in, they come in and they infiltrate the body, and then they literally like rip themselves out of the body in just horrific ways, because I mean, it's Stephen King, you know, it's Stephen King, so it's going to happen that way. But not that it's going to go that way, but that's just the imagery that I had pop into my mind. And that literally is what I'm picking up from your pile, is this essence of there is something that is trying to claw its truth and its way out of you. And spirit and your soul especially, is saying, please let your truth out. Let it out for the world. What are you holding on to? What are you holding back from? Why are you holding yourself back? The truth at the tip of a sword may cut, but it will only cut away that which needs to be cleaved, or it's not quite the word that I heard, but I can't. It will only cut away what needs to be cut away. Nothing is going to be taken from you. So there's a big fear here of losing something. Please let that go. All right, pile 2. This was a deep, intense message, far more than I expected. But I do want to say thank you so much for being here. If this resonated, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Thank you so much to everybody who's been subscribing lately. You guys are rock stars and truly, truly bring me joy and happiness. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Down in the description box below, you will find links to all my fun projects, my Amazon Other page, and links to donate, links to book a personal reading, as well as links to my program, Breaking Boundaries, Finding Freedom. Please let me know in the comment section below. Just put in a hashtag letting go, or some allusion to Frozen, of course. But pile 2, I want to say thank you again so much. Thank you to your guides and my guides. Thank you to your soul for stepping forth and bringing forth these messages. Thank you to Spirit for speaking through me. It's always a blessing to work with Spirit. And thank you again to you, pile 2. Did I say pile 3 earlier? I could have sworn I said pile 3. Okay, if I did, I apologize. All right, pile 2, thank you again. I will see you all next time. I love you all. Bye. Hello, pile 3. If you chose the black obsidian crystal ball, this is your message from your soul. So we have the card number 2 and Awakening. So if you are here, obviously, I think the most prominent message this is about a spiritual awakening. But because this is the number 2, this feels more like a divine feminine awakening. And the divine feminine can have what feels like a dark side. They call it the dark feminine. And I'm picking that up a lot with this black obsidian crystal ball, which I normally don't, because a black obsidian stone is very grounding and it's a protective stone. But there's something about the dark feminine within you. And when I say dark feminine, I'm brought to a message from the book series House of Night, where darkness does not always equate to evil and light does not always equate to good. And I may be mincing the words a little bit, but that is the gist of what is talked about in those books. It's about, the constructed perceptions that we have of certain things. So when we talk about the dark feminine, what we're talking about here is more so about the parts of you that I just okay. We are going to go a little bit in a different direction. So there is a goddess in Egyptian mythology, Sekhmet. And Sekhmet she appears to be like a cat, but she is about divine anger and how to utilize this divine anger in order to elicit a change in the world, in their lives. It's about harnessing the pieces within yourself that you would normally see as being bad, as being dark, as being against the grain for what we think of as spirituality or the spiritual lifestyle. And it's saying those things aren't dark. Those things are pieces of you that you're meant to learn, that you're meant to work through, that you're meant to grow with. Okay, sorry about the lighting, guys. I had a light go out and I had to sort that out. But like I was saying, it's for things that you're meant to grow with. Now, the dark feminine within us is actually like our essence of potency, of power, of receptivity, of the actual true nature of how it is to be receptive and to take that into the world. Everyone is going to have their own different opinions and breakdowns of these things. You may go and do plenty of research and say, well, the dark feminine says this and the dark feminine says that, but what does your personal understanding feel like? What does it feel like within you? There is something within you that is awakening to more, awakening to a greater understanding of why you're here, what you're here for, what you're going to do, and how you can do that in the most powerful way imaginable. And I don't mean power like you're going to lord something over another person, you're going to put people in their place. I mean the silent power, the way that you move and people take notice, the timbre of your voice or the tone of the words that you say and the way that it makes the world respond. Those are the things that are awakening within you. Those are the things that are getting the world to sit up and take notice. And you may have felt for a long time as though you have been fighting to be seen, to be heard. But now there is something more within you awakening for you to understand that you don't need to fight for that, because that is your birthright. That is your blood right. That is your right as a soul, as a human being in this world. And once you know that that is what you are here for, once that understanding awakens within you, now you know, and you can't ever unknow it, which means you are well on your way to understanding where you're headed and just how powerful you are. Wow, pile 3. Oh, thank you so much for being here. If this video resonated, please hit the like button, share it, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I know this was a short video. Don't worry. They were just meant to be short messages from your soul. We will get into more in time. I have the feeling that there will be more messages for you guys to help you move through this time frame. But I did want to say thank you again so much for being here. Thank you to your souls and your guides for stepping up, for coming forth, for connecting to my guides and to me. Thank you to Spirit for helping me bring this awareness and this understanding into the world and into the life of Pile 3s. And I want to say thank you again so much, Pile 3, for being here. You guys are rock stars. Please let me know down in the comments below how this resonated, what is going on in your life. I am ever so curious. I also just saw 555 on the clock, so I can sense and see and got confirmation that there are deep, big, expansive changes occurring in your life. So thank you again for being here. As I was saying down in the description box, go ahead and check out my links to my author page on Amazon. Check out the links to my program, Breaking Boundaries, Finding Freedom. There are also links if you would like to donate to my channel or book a personal reading with me. I will let you guys peruse all of that on your own, and I am going to say I love you guys. I will see you at my next video. Bye. Hello, pile 4. I did want to open with saying I apologize if you can hear noise in the background. My husband is getting ready for work, and I wanted to finish filming because the messages were coming through so strongly. But we are working with the Tanzanite stone with you guys. I want to get directly into this here. So with this Tanzanite stone, it is a stone that is very particular. You can only find it in one place in the world, Tanzania and South Africa. And this stone is so beautiful and profound. It's equally, it looks almost purple, it looks blue, it has all of these beautiful like shoots out of it. And it can be seen as a bit rough around the edges when you have a raw stone like this. But to me, that is the beauty of it. Because this is about speaking your truth from your heart, speaking with compassion. But sometimes what people don't realize is when you're speaking compassionately, and you're speaking compassionately towards yourself and towards others here in the world and in your life and in whatever way you are, it can seem rough around the edges. And that's because the emotion is in there. And this feels very much like there's this essence of getting things down into the physical world, getting things into reality, getting things... I don't like using the word reality because it makes it seem as though what's been going on in your life hasn't been real, but it has been. It's just about taking it and planting it in the soil. So let's take a look at your card. We have the card 6 and grounding, which doesn't surprise me whatsoever. But this is, it just really makes me think of that, the way that this imagery is coming in is the world is underneath this very strong tree. You've been slowly growing above all of the things in your life so that you could see from a new perspective. And now it's time to come back down. Now it's time to harness all the light and all the awareness and all the understanding that you've pulled from those higher spiritual realms and take it and plant it down in the earth. Plant it into your life. You know, we talk about grounding in the spiritual community because when your third eye and your crown chakra are open, you can be very, very floaty in the ethers. And I know this because as a channeler, as a psychic, as, you know, an intuitive, the way that my gifts work, I very often find myself very floaty in the ethers. But when we talk about grounding, then we talk about getting your feet in soil or on grass so that you bring yourself back into your body. This is a higher level of grounding for you guys. Your soul wants you to know it's time to ground your soul fully into your body. It's time to take all of that and put it down and say, this is my roots, and roots need to be in a new perspective for you. It's not about the house you live in or the family that you have. It's about where you are planting your truth in this world. And you stand there and say, this is my flagpole, this is my flag, this is my truth. And this is what I'm here to do. There is an essence of it's time to get back to you, get back to the compassion and the love and the empathy that you have for yourself instead of the outside world, and get grounded in that firmness. There's also a message coming through that your spiritual gifts are beginning to ground more and more into your reality and into your physical body. You may experience, for instance, like I have been lately, a lot of deja vu. You may also experience moments in which you genuinely have these flash insights, and then all of a sudden what you were thinking is being talked about, you know, whether it's from a complete stranger or something like that. This is your spiritual gifts grounding into your reality, showing you each individual step along your path and letting you know even the most mundane moments have a bigger impact on your life, on the world, and on your path moving forward. Pile number 4. I'm not allowed to say anything more. I want to explain that aspect real quick. So when I say I'm not allowed to say anything more, when I am channeling, I can feel this kind of vibration in my crown chakra. I can feel a kind of pulsation in my third eye chakra. And I can feel it moving down into my throat chakra to come forward for you. I can also feel the well of emotions moving from my sacral, my solar plexus, and my heart up into my throat. So as these all meld together and come forth, that's what I can feel. When I say I'm not allowed to speak anything more about what's going on with you, all of that has suddenly stopped, because there is something for you to discover moving forward, which means I've essentially said my piece here. But I am sure that there are more messages for you, or there will be in the future, to help you. Watch for the synchronicities. Watch for the deja vu. Watch for those moments that make you go, huh, I was just thinking that. That's weird. That's spirit. Thank you so much for being here, Pile 4. Go ahead and hit that like button to support this video, support me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Let me know down in the comments box below. Just say I'm grounded. Grounding into me. Something along those lines. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to know how you're doing. You guys, I have the feeling, because I've touched your energy before, you guys know I worry. You guys know how much I care. And if you're new here, welcome. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the fold. Welcome to the community. All right. You guys know the drill. Down in the description box, you're going to find links to my author page, links to my program, Breaking Boundaries, Finding Freedom, and you'll also find links to donate to my channel, which, FYI, thank you so much, you guys. We are so close to getting a new microphone, and thank you. Or there's also a link to book a personal reading if you are so inclined. So I will leave you guys here. Thank you again to your souls for stepping forward, for bringing these messages forth, and thank you so much, Spirit, for bringing everybody here for us to work together, for these messages to come forth, and for me to be able to speak truths that you share with me, with others. My heart is ever so grateful. All right, guys, I will see you at my next reading. I love you. Bye-bye.